Well, good morning, everybody. Starting off this Tuesday with a couple of clouds, but I'd say more sun than clouds in most locations. This morning is actually a cold front coming through, but unfortunately for most of you, you're not going to notice much of a cool down today. And it was extremely hot and humid yesterday. We had dew points into the 70s and even lower 80s in some cases yesterday. Today it will still be another humid day and still fairly hot, although maybe a couple of degrees cooler. But especially the southern parts of our viewing area, we'll see those hot and humid conditions again. So heat advisory is in effect for this afternoon into the early evening hours for areas along and south of Highway 6 mostly. Basically east central, southeast, and south central Nebraska, south of the interstate down into northern Kansas. Again, those heat indices could be 105 or higher in those locations. Well, as we look at what we do have a cold front coming through this morning already. It's already made its way into the Grand Island area as of 7 o'clock, continuing to push southward here. Now, because it's a cold front doesn't mean it's going to be much colder behind it. Yes, there is some slightly cooler air today, but not by much. It's still going to be plenty hot and humid for most of us, especially as you get farther and farther to the south. Warm, but not quite as hot farther to the north up in northern Nebraska, around the 90-degree mark for today. And it should be a rather quiet one, but late this afternoon into the early evening hours, could see an isolated shower or storm try to fire up near that frontal boundary along the Nebraska-Kansas border. So I'll keep a small chance of precipitation going there. And then another round, a very small chance again that we could see some showers or thunderstorms coming out of the northwest late tonight after midnight. That's not a guarantee, though. Again, you can see this forecast model. Earlier was actually showing a lot of shower and thunderstorm activity. Now is not barely showing anything until closer to tomorrow morning, and then moves it through western portions of Nebraska. So this is kind of a fluid situation. It keeps changing with different forecast model runs that come out. So something to keep in mind, that we may really have to wait almost until the event happens before we know what's going to happen, just the way things are playing out. Tomorrow will be a better day, still warm but not as hot for most of us, as we see a little bit more of a cooler air try to come in from the north and the northeast. It's going to be a little bit hotter out towards western portions of Nebraska. Now, the Storm Prediction Center has put out a slight risk of severe weather for areas across southern Nebraska, northern Kansas, along the border there for the central and eastern portions of those states. A main risk is going to be damaging winds, maybe some isolated large hail, but that's if storms do develop. Again, that's not even a guarantee. Otherwise, you see off to the northwest, there's also a slight risk. That's that second complex that may try to come in overnight tonight. Again, some forecast models showing it, others are not. So the big question mark is it going to happen or is it not? Otherwise, temps for today a little bit closer to the upper 80s and lower 90s up north, so not quite as unpleasant today up to the north. Gets a little warmer as you get farther south. You see western parts of the viewing area, mid to upper 90s, lower 100s. We'll see mid 90s around the Tri-Cities and lower 100s down in northern Kansas, and 90s to the east. Could be around 100 there in Hebron this afternoon. So again, still quite toasty, still very humid out there. We see some more comfortable readings for your Wednesday, but we're warming right back up into the 90s for Thursday, Friday. Still could be lower 90s on Saturday. Keeping a couple small storm chances Wednesday night through Thursday night, I think, especially eastern parts of the viewing area. And then over the weekend, I threw in a small chance of showers and storms too, as a cold front comes in. That's going to try to bring back some relief, some cooler conditions by early next week, back down into the low and mid 80s for highs on Monday. But right now, again, most of these shower and thunderstorm chances, none of them looking that promising at this point. So I can't really guarantee that we're going to even get any rain during this time frame. It's just forecast models just here or there try to show indications of maybe some shower or thunderstorm activity here and there at different times. So you kind of almost see every time either myself or Nathan or Tim issue out a 7-day forecast, the periods that have the chances of rain almost change each time, because forecast models have been really all over the place with this. So it's tough to really guarantee when or if we'll even see any kind of precipitation. That's just kind of the weather pattern we're in. That's pretty typical of the summertime months. And speaking of summertime, it's definitely going to feel like it out there for today. So stay safe in the heat out there again for your Tuesday. So until next time, I'm meteorologist Travis Klineski. Hope you have a great day.